tuning in to another student success interview. Today we have a Diablo Valley College student. Her name is Nayla Fisher, and she is a Spanish major. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's jump right into the first question. Can you tell us more about yourself?
About me, I'm 18 years old. I graduated from Diablo Valley High School out here in San Ramon. I'm about to complete my first year at DVC, and I'm just I was excited to be here.
That's great. That's great. So how did you end up choosing DVC among other community colleges?
I actually ended up choosing DVC because my mom had worked for the campus. So living in San Ramon, I live at actually like 5 minutes from the San Ramon campus, and my grandma lives in Concord, about like 5 minutes from the Pleasant Hill campus. And my mom was working as kind of like an assistant for the counselors at the San Ramon campus, and she would sometimes go over to Pleasant Hill and I would ride with her. I liked the vibe of the campus. I liked being on campus. I liked having kind of like the open space to be able to like choose. I also liked the fact that I could still be home and be with my family while still being in school.
Definitely, definitely. So can you tell me more about your experience at DVC and how it sort of helped you choose your major?
Well, actually, I knew my major. I knew what I wanted to major in before coming into college. But deciding on my major here, I knew like the language that I wanted to study, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do within that. So within finding my major at DVC for being Spanish, I was able to determine what I wanted to do within it by not only taking Spanish classes, but also taking history classes related to Latin America and communications classes related to international communications and stuff like that. So I was able to figure out what I wanted to do within with having my major planned already.
Got it, got it. So are there any particular moments that you've had at DVC that really stood out to you, like maybe communicating with the faculty or like being with friends?
The one I think I would say I do have a professor this semester. His name is Mr. Mountain, and my kind of first year of college hasn't been the easiest start. I was not doing so hot my first semester, my fall semester, and my spring semester. He has really been able to kind of show me like, not all teachers are bad. Not all teachers are here to intent to just, watch you fail or watch you succeed and not anything in between. He's more the type to kind of express to me like, hey, like, I noticed this and I saw this and I wanted to make your grade a certain way, but I wanted to discuss this with you first. And he just kind of made me feel like they're not out to get me. You know what I mean? Like my first semester, I completely bombed and I was at risk of losing everything. I was on academic probation, everything like that. And having him kind of like direct me towards like, hey, like let's talk about your grades. I don't want you to fail, kind of just showed me like, there's teachers out there that want you to succeed as well as, just watch you fail at the same time.
Definitely. I know that going into college, there's like this stigma of like, oh, professors don't want you to like succeed. But at DVC and all like the colleges and Contra Costa community colleges, they're all very encouraging. And I love that community because it gives hope to students. And yeah, school isn't easy already in the first place. So we don't need someone to make it harder, but it's great to have a community of support. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that you are a DSS student. So how has DVC helped you like sort of pursue your education and career, and like did they have any resources for you?
Being a DSS student, I mean, I've always had an IEP. I've always been used to, using my accommodations when I needed them. And coming into college, it's actually a lot different being a DSS student in college compared to in high school. Every time you want to use your accommodations with your professors, it's like you have to ask in advance, and it's like, no, your professors don't know ahead of time whether you have an IEP or not. You have to make the effort to like let them know. And DSS has really been able to provide as many accommodations as I can so that I don't fail. Especially after my first semester, we went back and re-implemented a bunch of old accommodations that I had in high school that was on my IEP that they didn't give me my first semester of college. So went back and redid everything, and now it's like, now that I have all my accommodations, I feel like once they started seeing that, okay, she needs a little bit more help, she needs a little bit more like of a motivation to keep her going, like let's try and help her as much as we can. That's when I started realizing, like, okay, like I have these people behind me, and they're giving me, a whole bunch of accommodations that is going to help me further my education rather than just being stuck at where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's great to hear. Yeah. I know that the DSS like services at DVC is pretty well known, and I'm glad that you were able to find like support in that and the resources. Yeah. It's great to see like students from all walks of life sort of find their success. So it's great hearing that. So I know that the transition to online school definitely was not easy for a lot of us. So especially for you, what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
The challenges I faced with online learning was more just not, having that that kind of like physical connection with the class. I mean, for me personally, when I'm taking classes, I may not always be like the most social person. I'm not always the first to, pick partners for work, or pick a group for work, or do anything related to my other student or my like my classmates. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
That's okay.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not the first to jump at group work, but I do still like to have that kind of physical aspect that allows me to connect to a class. Like being at home, being in my room, going to classes, it's a different feel compared to being in a classroom when it comes to studying. Like not everybody wants to, sit in their room and go to class all day and have homework at night and just be, your room is supposed to be where you decompress and stuff like that, not where you add to it. So I would say for me, the challenge was more not having that physical connection to a class, especially because if I'm home, I'm not really feeling like doing the work. Being in a classroom setting, you do have that feel of like, okay, like I'm in school, like I need to get schoolwork done, rather than, okay, I'm in my bed, I'm, in a Zoom meeting. Can I just like turn my camera off for a second? And like, yeah,
It's weird. It was very, very weird.
yeah.
Like you can just roll out of bed, go to your desk, and just sit there like 5 minutes before class starts. So what did you do to sort of like overcome that? Like, oh man, I'm doing all my work in my room and there's no room to relax.
What I did to overcome that, I think more. Well, at first, when I first started college, I did not have a desk. Like, I'm just gonna put that. I did not have a desk. I did not have like an office chair. I did all of my work in my bed, and I kind of noticed that doing it in my bed, it would make me more like a. I don't see the point in doing it. Like, like you look at the homework, you're laying in bed, and you're like. I'm literally about to knock out right now. Like I do not feel like doing this. And I would push it off and push it off and push it off. But when I got my desk, I was actually able to like tell myself like, okay, get up, do homework. Like you sit at your desk, stare at your monitor, like no other distractions. Like I won't have my TV on, I won't have music on, nothing like that. Just me, my computer, my monitor, and my desk. Just sit, do homework. Because me personally, I'm the type of person that needs like a specific routine. Like I need to be like, put in a place, or like I need to put myself in a place and do certain things so that I can stay in routine, so that nothing like gets me like, okay, like what am I doing? If I know I have my desk, I'm like, okay, time for homework. If I know I'm gonna be laying in my bed, okay, time to go to sleep. If I'm gonna be walking around, like, okay, I know what I need to do, type thing.
So you got to get in the zone.
Yeah.
And you have to prepare yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. So do you have any advice for other community college students who are like pursuing their careers in education?
I would just say, hard work doesn't lead to failure. If you put in the work, you put in the time, you're setting yourself up for success. If you do the most that you can, study your ass off. Oh, I can't say that. Study your butt off. Just like, do what you need to do to know you're improving your life as much as you can. If that means, studying until the day ends and then going to bed and then waking up the next day and studying all over again, like that's you. If you feel that, you don't need to do as much studying, maybe you're good with the classwork and taking tests, and hey, like if I don't pass, it's whatever. Like you're setting yourself up for failure. You, like, make sure that everyone, you including everyone around you, are setting yourself up for success.
Definitely, yeah. And my very last question is, outside of work and school, what do you enjoy doing?
Outside of work and school, well, actually, I do hula.
Okay.
So, pre-COVID, when that was happening, I was doing hula, and then, outside of school, I run DoorDash a lot, so that keeps my mind busy. I don't think there's really time for me to like kind of enjoy like my time. Like I'm always like either at school, at work, doing DoorDash, which I technically consider work, or at home. So like I guess, yeah, I don't really.
You sound very active though. Yeah, sounds like you're always doing something. That's
Yeah,
good.
I mean, my thing is like I'd rather be like wasting my time like working and making money than like, just doing nothing. So like if
So true.
like a normal day for me is like, okay, wake up, go to class at 11 o'clock, go to work at either 1 or 2 o'clock, get off at 5, and then leave my house to go run DoorDash at exactly 5 o'clock. And I'll do that until about 9 o'clock.
Going for the hustle. you go, Nyla. Well, yeah, those are all the questions that I have for you. Thank you so much for being here and just talking to us. And for the audience, just thank you for tuning in and just hearing all these perspectives that our students have. It's amazing to see how successful our students have become. And yeah, we'll see you at the next interview, and I hope you all have a great day.